Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. We are live. This is Wisdom and Wealth Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm going to give Facebook the opportunity to let you get on and join me. Happy Wednesday. Live My Life Debt-Free Community. All of the generational wealth builders in the debt-free lounge as well. Good morning, everybody. This is our Wednesday that we spend together for a few minutes, and I am getting so much better with my time and with getting onto Zoom and streaming over to Facebook. I'm proud of myself, and it's fitting because we're going to be talking about time management this morning and how it affects, our financial wellness. A wealth builder brought this to my attention, and I thought it was a good topic that we should talk about today. So I am going to take a look. I cannot see your comments if you're making comments on Facebook until after I get off. Yeah, so I'm just checking real quick before we get started, because we will start at 10:30. Online. So I hope you're having a great week already. But I just want to bring this up so that I can make sure that I don't miss your comments. And when you sign on, if you can just let me know that you're there, say good morning to me, please, and we will. Okay, so let me do this. Okay. Okay, so anyway. All right, so it is 10:27, and actually one of my mentors said that when you're 10 minutes ahead of time, 10 minutes before your appointment, you're on time. When you're on time, you're late. So we are going to go ahead and get started. I can see that someone has joined us. Please make sure that you can hear me. To make sure that you can hear me, can you just type yes, and then that will help me out. But I'm going to trust that you can, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. Good morning for all of you who have not met me and who will replay this video. I'm Chris Roebuck, founder and CEO of Live My Life Debt Free, author, speaker, minister of the gospel, financial strategist. I just love helping people to live a debt-free life through teaching financial literacy. So that is, now that's out of the way. A generational wealth builder brought to my attention, she was like, time management is really important. And, I think it's something that I really need to work on. And, being a business owner as well, she was just really, sharing a little bit about how poor time management basically can cost you. And I said, wow, you're right. And, I said, I think a lot of wealth builders could really benefit from this topic, because whether you are in business, whether it's your own personal life, whether you are in ministry, time management is important. You can be, you name it. You could be a student in school. You can be just, it could help you even in your own household, doing things on time. And, I thought of, when I thought about this, talking about time management, 1 Corinthians 14, verse 40 talks about doing things decent and in order. And I happen to believe managing our time well is decent and in order, and it glorifies God. It does not glorify God for us to, be late for everything and, have our clients waiting for us and, and then, or having our family waiting for dinner till 10 o'clock at night. Time management. Now, I'm not telling you what to do in your own household. I'm just using examples. Good morning, Brother Keith Brown. Thank you so much for letting me know too that, you can hear me. I'm glad to see you there. Thank you. So time management, you just think about it. You can kind of later on today, just kind of think about where you can really start to begin to manage your time well. Let me tell you that we all have 24 hours in a day. And I know, and I have been guilty of saying it myself at some point in time, but I know that some of you say, man, I wish I had another 24 hours. Well, I don't, not knowing what I know now. That means that we will just be falling all over ourselves to get more stuff done. So what we can do, God knew that 24 hours is enough time in a day for us to do the things that we need to do. We just need to learn how to manage it. We need to learn how to manage our time better. So before I get on, into some of the other areas that I mentioned, the business, your personal, and also in ministry, I wanted to just, give you some of the skills that can help you to master, your time management. And you're like, Chris, what does this have to do with my money? It has everything to do with your money. And when I start talking from a business standpoint, being a business owner, my husband and I ourselves, and also, active in ministry and, in our own personal life, you have to be able to manage your time well in order to be effective, to be efficient, at what you do and be proficient as well. But good time management skills, we have to be able to prioritize, our schedules. We have to be able to we need to be organized as well. Time management is a pet peeve of mine. I don't like to have people waiting on me, and I really don't like waiting on, someone. If I have a client, and in business, our rule is that if you're not there in 15 minutes, then, I would have to pick up and leave. And you might say, what, are you kidding me? Yes, because we have to teach people how not to, mismanage, our time for us. We have to teach people, how to respect our time. And it's nothing wrong with that. That's not being mean. That's being a good business owner. That's being a good leader in ministry. That's just doing things decent and in order. That's just what it is. Because time does equal money. Time equals less stress. Good time management equals less stress. But goal setting as well is very important. We must set goals in order to be able to meet them. So that we're not just trying to run and meet a goal and have nothing organized or no target, in view. Another one of my mentors used to say that if you don't have a target, you're going to hit it every time. So if you don't have a goal, if you don't have a target, you will hit that every time, meaning you will not reach your goals. You're going to hit the no goal. You're going to hit the no target. You will not be able to reach whatever goal it is. You're just going to be kind of floundering like a fish out of water, basically. Communication is extremely important. I mentioned about, clients and, so forth. And when I am a client, if I'm running late, boy, you better believe I'm going to be on that phone calling them saying I'm on my way. I'm about 5 minutes out, or I might be on time. So I really respect other people's time. I don't like wasting people's time because I know how important it is. So in planning, in doing so, planning is very, very important. So we have to plan ahead. You know, if you are going to an appointment, I just have to say, just use this. You can use whatever you want as an example. You know, it's going to take you 20 minutes to get there. Why not leave 10 minutes, you know, give yourself an extra 10 minutes to get there just in case you get stuck in traffic. So, so planning is good. You know, I mean, you have to plan, even if you, and I'm just going to start using, get on over to the business, you know, side. Well, I'll just go down the line. Delegation and stress management. Those things also, you know, help you to manage your time better. Now, here's the good part. You know, you must be conscious. You must exercise conscious control of, you know, time spent on projects or activities, time spent with people, you know, or it will cost you. Conscious control. If you don't remember anything else that I've said today, conscious control of your time management, or it will cost you. Just like you have to be conscious of your spending, conscious of your planning, your budgeting, whatever it is, you have to be conscious, you know, have conscious control over your time. And that's going to, you know, really help you to, you know, help you in the area of your financial wellness. It's going to help you, you know, to be able to not to be wasteful with your money as well. So poor time management, I think I've kind of like touched on that a little bit. So it's the same thing when you have good time management. In business, poor time management can really cost you because your name, your brand is you. So if you have a reputation of always being late, you know, never being on time, you know, or when, you know, or going over the time that you have promised that you would, like say, if I said, just like our masterclass, I said it was going to be 1 hour, right? I believe it might have been about 3 or 4 minutes, but it was because I was answering questions, you know, that my audience had, and that's okay. But I was finished with that class, you know, in 54 minutes, basically, because it was recorded. Now the icebreaker, I really don't, you know, I mean, that, you know, didn't really count, but we went over 4 minutes. So it could have been that reason too, but planning is important, is my point. So, and I have to use myself because I don't want anybody to think I'm talking about them, because I'm not. I'm just saying, but your brand is important. If I tell you I'm going to be on, you know, the Wisdom and Wealth Wednesday at 10:30, then you better believe I'm going to be on here at 10:30 unless I'm having, you know, Wi-Fi connections or something. But I start early so I can make sure everything is in order. So that's planning, right? Okay, so but your brand and your integrity is at stake, and that can cost you money. That can cost you money when there's poor planning, you know, and poor communication that's taking place. Your brand is you. Remember that. It affects your ability to deliver your best product, which is you, you know, and it can be costly. So personal, let's talk about personal for 1 second. Well, it's gonna be more than 1 second. But when you're not paying, or when you, let's just say, okay, you're paying, when you're not paying your bills on time, and we talk about this in the community a lot, you know, as far as your credit scores and things of that nature, your payment history is 35%, 34 to 35% of your credit score, which means that if you're paying your bills on time, then your credit score is going to be higher. And that can affect a lot of things. How can that cost me money? Let me tell you, it can cost you money if you're not paying your bills on time. The Generational Wealth Builder brought this to my attention, you know, mentioned like late fees, for example. Yes, then you're going to incur more late fees when you're late. when you're not paying on time. And mind you, some of you have the money in your account. You just haven't made the transfer, but now you've incurred the late fee. So it can cost you. And I know that late fees can be probably above $30 these days, so that can cost you. Now, let's just say that, you not only the late fee, but, it can decrease your credit score. And I think, and what that can do is that can really interfere with your buying power. When your credit score is low, when your credit score is high, I like to even just kind of be positive. When your credit score is high, and that means that you're paying your bills on time. That's not the only category, but I'm just talking about payment history. Then you have your buying power is better. I mean, you're going to have a better chance at buying, something that you need with a really good interest rate. Your credit score is low, that really mess with your buying power, and you can lose out on, let's say, a business. You can lose out on a deal. You can lose out on getting that building that you wanted, or investments. It can really cost you money in different ways. But we're talking about personal right now. It can cause you to fall into a category to where you will get higher interest rates and you'd pay more money than you really need to because of time management. So in ministry, I was taking a quick look, and if you have questions or comments, go ahead. In the Live My Life Debt-Free community, I can see them. In the Debt-Free Lounge, I cannot, but I will answer every single question or comment when I get off. So lastly, in ministry, for example, doing everything, as I said, decent and in order, God expects that of us. As I said, it doesn't glorify God for us not to keep our word, for throwing other people off of their schedules because we're not managing our time well, and pretty soon what will happen is that the word will get out that, Brother Keith Brown doesn't keep his word, so I can't give him my business. Or Chris Roebuck, she's always late, and I definitely can't go to her because I need to get out on time. I have something else to do. So, and I know Keith don't mind me using him as an example. It's not him at all. But I definitely will use myself example. And those of you who know me know that I'm a stickler for time. So, but time management affects your stress level and others. So that helps you too to manage your level of stress. And I'm not professing to be a doctor or anything, but these are some things that poor time management, can affect. But your financial wellness affects your body. It affects mine. So when we are not managing our time well and we're stressed for whatever the reason, then, our financial wellness suffers, as well. So, and I've talked about some of the ways that it does suffer. And this is basically what I wanted to share with you today. So I just want you to be mindful of other people's time, be mindful of your own, show up early, and if you're in your car for 5 minutes, but you're there on time, that's okay. But be at your appointment, or if nowadays we're having to do things on Zoom, if you're in ministry and you have to counsel someone, show up on Zoom before they do, or make that phone call, exactly at the time that you said that you're going to make it, so that they, have confidence in you and they trust the God, in you that's, coming to their rescue at that time. So I'm just going to take a look. You said you don't mind. Oh, Brother Keith, thank you. He said he doesn't mind if I use him as an example. I know he did. He wouldn't. But that's basically it. If there's no comments, no questions, I'm going to sign off. I just really believe and know that time management matters to you. It should matter to you, matter to your clients, matter to those who you serve in ministry. It matters to God. It glorifies him when we do things decent and in order. So listen, I will, I do need to announce, and I did put it in but I want to remind you about the upcoming class, the Rebuilding Your Credit Profile. That is on September the 15th. As I mentioned, we do have registrations already. Seats are limited. If you want to, get in that class and learn the how-tos, I'm going to be sharing simple tips that are proven on how to dig your way out of debt. In the master class, I talked about how I, fell into deep debt at a very young age. And I'm going to be talking about what I did to get out, not once, but twice. So in that class, we're going to be talking about digging or getting rid of unwanted debt. We're going to be talking about how to increase your credit scores, as well. But the flyer is pinned to the top of the announcement. You can see it there. Get registered, invest in yourself. Even if you feel like, I already know how to do that. You haven't heard how I did it. And perhaps you do know how. Maybe somebody do not know how. So share the flyer with them and encourage them to get in the class. This class will be, it's going to be 1 hour. It's going to be 30 minutes for question and answers, so an hour and a half. I've changed that since the master class. I did say it would be 1 hour, but I realized that, some individuals may have questions, and I'll hang around the extra half hour afterwards to answer questions. Included in this class, with this class is package is a 30-minute consultation. 30-minute consultation to talk to me about your finances, anything you want to discuss. And that's all included in the price, which is which is much less than a consultation would cost. So anyway, this is what God said to do. That's what I'm doing. So while the cost is down, take advantage of it. So thank you guys. Have a super day and a exciting rest of the week. Stay safe, stay well. And remember, your time management is important to you, your brand, and it's important to your clients as well. Most importantly, it's important to God. Have a super week. Bye.